Aisha's hands trembled as she stepped out of the courthouse, clutching the divorce file like it weighed her entire past. The sky was bright, but inside she felt like it was still midnight. 5 years of marriage. 5 years of you're overreacting. 5 years of who else would ever love you. Samir walked past her, cologne strong, ego stronger. He didn't even look back. To him, she was just a chapter he'd finished, a book he'd thrown aside for something new, more exciting, less emotional. Her heart was breaking, but there was a tiny whisper inside her. Good. Now you're free. First, freedom didn't feel like freedom. It felt like silence. It felt like waking up and not hearing his voice. It felt like staring at her phone and realizing no one was controlling her anymore, but also no one was there at all. She cried the first night, and the second, and the third. But between those tears, tiny decisions began to appear. She unfollowed him. She deleted the photos. Not all at once, but slowly, like peeling off a bandage that had been stuck for too long. She started working extra hours at her job, not because she had to, but because it felt good to remember she was good at something. She was the quiet designer in the office, the one who always went home early to make dinner for a husband who barely noticed her effort. Now, instead of cooking for someone who insulted her, she was staying late, finishing projects, getting noticed. Her boss started saying things she hadn't heard in years. You have talent. This is impressive. We're lucky to have you. Every compliment felt like a stitch closing an old wound. One day, while working on a new logo, she caught her reflection in the glass of her office window. Tired eyes. Messy hair. But there was something new there too. A softness. And strength. She whispered to herself, I'm still here. Meanwhile, Samir was busy showing off his new life on social media. New restaurants. New parties. New girl. New everything. He was sure Aisha was somewhere devastated, praying for him to come back. He was sure she'd text, call, beg. But days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. No message. No missed calls from Aisha Redheart. Silence. One evening, by pure accident, he saw her. He was at a cafe, laughing a little too loudly, trying a little too hard, when his laughter died mid-sentence. Aisha walked in. She didn't see him at first. She was too busy laughing with someone else. A little girl holding her hand and a woman beside her. The same eyes as Aisha's but older, her mother. Aisha's mother had moved in with her after the divorce when everyone was whispering divorce. Like it was a defect. Instead of drowning in shame, Aisha had turned her tiny apartment into a fresh start. New curtains, new plants, new dreams. The little girl with her, Hiba, was one of the kids she tutored every evening. What started as extra income had turned into something else, purpose. She taught them math and English. They unknowingly taught her how to laugh again. Samir stared. Aisha looked different. Not in the way he expected. Not flashy. Not overdone. But peaceful. Her face was softer, not from him taking care of her, but from her finally taking care of herself. She looked happy. He felt something strange in his chest. Was it regret? Jealousy? Shock? All three, maybe. He lowered his voice, trying to act normal with his friends, but his eyes kept drifting back to her. Then it happened. Aisha turned. Their eyes met. For a second, time stopped. Memories flashed between them. Fights, apologies, broken promises, lonely nights, her begging him to treat her better. Him rolling his eyes, saying, that's just how I am. Now here she was. Not his wife. Not his backup. Not his emotional punching bag. Just Aisha. His ex. His decision. His loss. She didn't smile. She didn't glare. She just looked at him with calm eyes that said, you no longer have power here. Then something powerful happened. Little Hiba tugged on her arm and asked, Miss, can we sit by the window so we can plan my future? Aisha turned away from Samir and smiled down at the girl. Of course. Your future is important. She walked past his table without a word. No drama. No scene. No last minute take me back. Just a woman who had finally learned her worth. Samir watched her sit by the window with the little girl, opening a notebook, talking about dreams, a word he never bothered to discuss with her when they were married. In that moment, the truth hit him so hard it almost knocked the air out of his lungs. He didn't lose a wife. He lost a woman who would have done anything for him. while he did nothing for her. That was his loss. And this quiet, beautiful peace she had now, was her new beginning. Days later, Aisha posted her first video. She sat in front of her phone, nervous but determined, recording a message for women who felt as broken as she once had. "Hi," she began, her voice soft but sure. "If you're watching this after a breakup or divorce, I want you to hear this. Your story is not over. Someone walking out of your life is not the end. Sometimes, it's the door to a better version of you. I thought my life ended when my marriage did. But actually, it began." She took a deep breath, her eyes shining. Not from pain this time but from pride.